And I was thinking about the Raiders for this. Kubiak, we had a brief, whatever, not even like a real flirting with him because it never happened. They never talked. They were not allowed to talk.
Right.
And one thing I got over the weekend, people asking me, like, what do you think happened with Kubiak? Do you think that they learned through the back channels he was going to take the Raider job? And he would have talked to the Raiders multiple times along the way. He gets the first overall pick. That's something they can promise him, right? Like,
yep.
Your pick, you like a quarterback, you see a guy you like, you can have whoever you want. You have the number one pick, and that's probably going to be Fernando Mendoza. So I don't know that you would boil it down to, is it a better job than the Bills' job, right? Vegas versus Buffalo. Right. It's a very different job in terms of expectations, in terms of talent, where you're starting. The biggest selling point for the Raiders job, how much is it the number one pick and how much is it Brady? You're working with Tom Brady. You get that. If it's just Mark Davis, it might be different.
Yeah.
The fact that Brady's there, I feel like anybody that's going to take a job might feel just better about it in general. And with Kubiak, the million-dollar question I guess we never really get to know the answer to is, had the Bills waited, how would they have felt about his interview? That's one thing they never got, right? They hired Joe Brady. If Joe Brady beats the candidates that are out there, like, all right, fine, I get it. There is just one candidate that you never actually got a chance to talk to. And had they lost to the Rams, would they have talked to him? Probably, right? They talked in.
Yeah,
they got an interview with Nate Scheelhaase, who lost to the Seahawks. So
is it possible he'd be their head coach if he was available?
I guess it's possible. They would have at least, I think, reached out and talked to him. But the timing didn't work that way. So it's kind of one of these, what do you think? Did they want him? I think they wanted to talk to him, but it never happened. And, the rest is history.
Yeah. I mean, I do think that's an appealing job for him. So I do think it's possible that they would have known he's really interested in the Raider job. You don't even have to know he's going to take it. You have to know that it's possible. If you don't think it's a slam dunk that he would take your job if you want him, then I could see why it wouldn't be worth the risk. Because if it sounded like he's really interested, but he's also interested in the Raider job, and we don't really have a clear sense of what he would want to do, and that's if we wait until February 9th. So we're taking a risk, right? It's what happens if we get left at, with the bag and he wants the Raider job at the end of the day, and now it's February 10th, and I'm left without a dance partner. Right, like maybe Joe Brady would have waited for you. Maybe Joe Brady would have taken the offensive coordinator job in Baltimore or something. Like, he might have been off the table for you.
And the point is always, like, it's more than just about Brady. Look at every hire they've made so far.
You're not getting Jim Leonard probably.
Not yet. Or does he go somewhere else? I mean, Leonard had talked to a couple other teams as well. Right. You might just be.
Although that is the one thing that I think maybe the back channeling and like these people are talking like. If Kubiak's going to be the Raider coach, they're already working on his staff, right?
That's probably right.
He's either reaching out to people or the Raiders are saying, hey, don't go anywhere. Like, this job is earmarked for you. Yeah. Like, just as soon as we can make everything official. Like, you want to be our defensive coordinator in Vegas? Don't go take the linebacker job in Detroit. Like, that probably is happening and would happen. So you probably can accomplish that. I think it's more, for me, about what happens if you wait and he's not there, and who's left for you? Because you're not sure. You're not sure who's going to wait for you.
Right?
Would Dable have waited?
Good question.
Would Brady have waited? Like, these guys might not have waited.
I don't know if
McDaniel seemingly sounded like he didn't want to wait. Like, for any of these jobs, right? Like, I'm just taking the Charger job.
Yeah, like, he said that, and then he was going to interview and decided not to.
Well, that was with the Bills specifically, but like Arizona and Cleveland and like these other jobs, like, he's like, I'm taking the coordinator job. So some guys might say, I'm just going to go take the coordinator job, and I'm going to be okay with that.
Yeah. 803-0550. Did the Bills hire start dominoes? Because once the Bills made their hire, Brian Dable goes and he makes his move.
The rest were.
And there were just, it feels like there was a series of moves that came quickly afterwards, after a bit of a time. When the Bills started their interviews, let's go with that. Between the time the Bills started their interviews and hired their coach, no coach got hired. Right? Did Robert Saleh go Before?
I think that's right.
Okay, just him then? Because it was Stefanski and Harbaugh.
Was Minter maybe
Jesse Minter
right
was
at the beginning?
Okay,
He might have been right before.
He was because we were waiting. No, we were
It was
waiting.
after?
Brady was interviewing and Minter got the job. He got the job the day that Brady had his second interview.
That's right. Yeah.
Anyway, it's all ancient history. Joe Brady's the coach.
Joe Brady's the coach. It still doesn't kind of seem real to me that he's the coach. Is it normalizing for everyone? Like there was an instant reaction of, "Oh no, Joe, what? That's what they did?" And have people settled in, or is that just?
I think so.
Have opinions changed, or is it just the fire has died down a little bit because it's February and they can't do anything for 6 months?
To me, it's just like the draft. You might have somebody you like, but at the end of the day, your team picked these players, and now these are your guys. You're riding with them. Now you're riding with, Joe Brady, Jim Leonard, and look to me, zooming out and looking at the whole thing. I got a really young staff that's inexperienced, but I don't worry too much about experience. Joe Marino pointed out in Jacksonville, Liam Cohen was an inexperienced guy, and he brought in Anthony Campanelli as his defensive coordinator, who was inexperienced. And how they do, they were great.
Udinsky was inexperienced too.
Yeah. So I'm not too bent out of shape on experience.
No, I don't mind that at all. In fact, I would say the Jim Leonard hiring is my favorite thing they've done in weeks. Like, I'm someone that did not like the hire, still don't like the hire for Joe Brady being the head coach, and was not feeling optimistic about what they had did. And then I saw Jim Leonard hire. I'm like, all right, that makes me feel a little bit better. Not all the way better that I would erase every thought I had from before that, but and I'm not doing the same thing with the press conferences. I think that might be helping people a little bit. Is just listening to the press conferences and the media tour that is going on right now. I mean, it's what that's designed for, right? It's get support, public opinion support, and let everyone know like what the guy would do that's different, and his mentality as a coach. Like that's what all of that is meant for. To me, though, the most meaningful thing they've done to make me feel any better since they hired him is getting Leonard as the defensive coordinator. He was in demand. Yeah. Right? They had to outbid, not specifically money, but they had to outbid Baltimore and Dallas at least to get him.
And the Chargers went a different direction. Who knows if Leonard told them no thanks.
Like he was a guy that teams wanted. And you were able to land him and pull him into the boat. So, and everything I hear about what he is as a defense, what he wants as a defense, does sound like the things you want to be doing.
Yeah, he had a great defense with Wisconsin. And he was there for a long time before going to Denver for just the 1 year.
Right, 6 years of play calling there.
Yeah, so he's had experience calling college defenses. 8030550. The Patriots are wearing all white. They had the choice. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Everybody dust off there how easy it is to hate the Patriots again.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very easy. We got a lot of experience with that. The Patriots are wearing all white. Why? Why are they wearing all white? Because they are embracing the road warrior status that they have. They're road warriors. Mm. Joe, how many road playoff games did they play? 1. Yeah.
1.
The road warriors. They won 2 games at home. Cool. Road warriors.
They did go 9-0 on the road this year, though.
Fair. They did go 9-0.
They went 9-0 on the road.
They beat a backup quarterback to make the Super Bowl. They beat a backup quarterback and scored 10 points.
I mean, they're going to get rocked, right?
I think they're going to get beat. Yes.
I think they could get smoked in this game. I mean, Seattle just can be a nightmare defensively. And that's the thing that would worry me about New England. Their offense hasn't looked good in the entire playoffs, right?
Right. They have
Did they have one great playoff game?
They have played 3 top 8 defenses in the league, and they're about to play
I was going to say, they're playing another one.
We kind of said that. We said this about the Bills.
It's not getting easier.
If the Bills' road had been Jacksonville, Denver, Houston, Seattle, it might be the best run of 4 defenses ever to be played in a playoff. Yeah. And New England going L.A., which is every bit as good as Jacksonville, Houston, Denver, Seattle, like it's a tough road. So it's part of the reason their offense probably hasn't looked as good. They also, I saw they had a send-off rally. You see the clip?
The Patriots?
Yeah.
I did not see the send-off rally.
You see the clip from the send-off rally?
No.
How mad do you want to get on a Monday morning?
Oh, why? What
We'll play it when we get back.